Again, relationship marketing at its very best, telling these amazing stories coming to us from all over the world. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Paul Rising. Paul is with Terra Custom Homes based out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Welcome to the call, Paul.
Thanks, Kody. Thanks for having me.
So, Paul, you do this business. You and your wife do this business, and you've really turned things around. In fact, let me tell you a little bit about Terra Custom Homes. A lot of you listening today are going to be able to relate with this. That big bust we had back in 2008, the real estate and mortgage and home building got hit really, really hard with the economy back in 2008, 2009. And it really hit Terra Custom Homes really big. In fact, by 2010, Terra Custom Homes, Paul owns this company. He tells a story about how he pretty much almost lost everything, was in heavy debt, and really had to start from scratch. Now, this is a successful company. We're talking about 18 years before that. Terra Custom Homes won a bunch of awards. They made a bunch of money. They built some gorgeous homes over the years. And it's really hard to come from that environment and then kind of lose it through economic situations and then have to start over again. And Paul, I've got a ton of respect for you because you did that. You started over from scratch. And it started about 2010, and you were introduced to a relationship marketing system that we talk about, ironically, around the same time. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to jump in and just start asking some questions. People really want to know exactly how you turned this thing around. When you started over again, you did two simple things. With our system, you actually did two things that started generating immediate new business, new referrals for you. Can you share with us what that is?
You bet. Thanks, Kody. Hey, what we did is when the building went away, the custom home building side went away, the only thing we could turn to really was remodeling. And basically what we did is when we found this system is we started sending cards to past clients of houses that we've built and prior remodel customers that we had worked with. Doing that really started generating online frenzy of letting people know, hey, we're in the remodel company now, and we could look at your project and, kind of serve the community as far as remodel goes. So that, and we also, number two, we started celebrating people in the community, local businesses, real estate agents, celebrating people through awards that we found out about online and through Facebook, and just sending cards to people and really showing gratitude and appreciation to people in the community.
So you shared with me one of those stories, and it's cool how you say you kind of stalk Facebook a little bit in your community to see what people, their accomplishments, and then you basically thank or congratulate them, which is super cool. And you're saying, so you started getting immediate referrals from both past clients and people like this. One of the stories you told me previous was about a realtor that had won an award, and you sent her a card, and that's got a really cool story to back, a story that goes along with that. Can you share that with us?
You bet. This particular real estate agent that we had knew prior, we found out that she had won a local award and was kind of celebrating that on Facebook. What we did is we sent her a really cool gift and a card just saying, congratulations, you did a fantastic job. We appreciate you. We appreciate your contributions to the community. And in turn, she called us and thanked us for that card. And she said, hey, you know what? I have a client that's moving here from California, and I'd like you to meet them. And we got to meet those folks, developed a little bit of a relationship. They got to see some of our product, and they hired us to build their next home here, their final home from moving from California to Colorado Springs.
So that's a big customer. That's like $1 million home, right?
It's $1 million home. And what you get in California compared to the Springs, a little different. But they sure appreciated the opportunity to work with us and vice versa. And the real estate agent, really appreciate it because she got a commission on a $1 million job.
Wow, that's great. So just to recap real quick, when you first started out, two main things you did. You reached out to past clients, thanking them for their business, and you celebrated people in your community by seeing stuff on Facebook and just sending cards and gifts out to them. And referrals started coming in to you. And you basically started another division, which was your remodel division. That was what, in 2010?
2010, we started Terra Custom Remodels, you bet.
So it took a while for you to get back into actually new home building, right? I mean, what was the process there?
Took about 4 years, but we learned the system really well and started putting out the word that we could jump back into new construction real soon. And word got out, and I think we got our first new construction, new custom home in 2013, 14. So about 3 or 4 years after we started our remodel company.
Excellent. So now when you build a new home for somebody, obviously one of the things you do is you send a thank you card to them when the home's complete. Do you have an example of one of those that you could share with us, kind of what you do when you thank a new customer of yours?
You bet. This is a card that we sent to our last client, and basically it has a shot of the picture of the home on the front. And inside, we just wrote a quick note at the bottom that says, "We appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity of building your home. We look forward to many, many years spending time with you and having a relationship with you." And then on the back, we put our brand on the back. Branding is very important for Terra Custom Homes here locally. We just won the 2017 Reader's Choice and Best of Spring. So I think it's a direct result of doing this kind of thing.
Wow, that's great. Now, that looks like a pretty detailed card. I mean, you have a picture on the front. You had 4 pictures inside, which I think there's some like interior shots and whatnot.
Yep.
So you're celebrating that home with the new homeowner, which obviously is big in their heart right now. This is their new place of living. Looks kind of complicated. I mean, how in the world do you create a card like? You got to be super busy, right? I mean, you're a super busy guy. How do you have time to do that?
Well, I try to avoid the office at all costs. So we have a mobile app that can do just about anything. I can take pictures virtually of any room, any exterior, drop it on a card on my mobile app, and a quick note, a signature, and it's done. 5 minutes, and I don't have to go home and do it at my computer.
So you were mentioning the other day, most of these cards you send out from your mobile phone right in your truck at the curb of the place you're leaving. Isn't that right? I mean, it's like the card's sent before you can get home.
That's how convenient it is. We get done with customers. We can react on a prompting that quick. We can come out of a job that we just bid. After we just met these customers, jump in my truck. I can literally send them a really, really cool card and a 2-pack of brownies in 5 minutes.
Yeah, your wife Tara, she's a great lady, and it's been an honor to get to know both of you. She jokes that if we really want to hear from somebody, you add the brownies, and you always get a response. So you add how do you add the brownies? I mean, what?
After we write something in the card, the system prompts us, do we want to add a gift? And of course, the brownies are amazing. The brownies have made me a lot of money, and they are amazing tasting, and people sure appreciate a small gift in the mail.
Wow, that's great. All from the convenience of your smartphone, happens very quickly. So one of the things that you shared with me, especially with your remodel work, you start out by, you meet somebody, you go take measurements, and you end up giving them a bid and whatnot. And you made a comment where you said, we thank people through the process. And I thought that was really cool how you said that. We thank people through the process, and you attribute that to a lot of your success. What does that mean, thanking people through the process?
Well, like any customer, you appreciate anything from the person you hire. But basically what we do is we start out with a thank you for the opportunity of bidding the project. This is before we start the project, before we've signed contract, before we even have the job, because there's 4 other competitors coming in behind me. Typically what I do is I go curbside and send them a really cool card and a 2-pack of brownies. And basically that's the first thing they receive before we get the job. After we get the job, we say, send them a card and we say, thank you for putting your trust in Terra Custom Homes, and thank you for the opportunity of working in your home. And basically that's saying, thank you for the job. And then when we start the job, about halfway through, we take before and after pictures. We put them on a card on one side before, and on the other side put the after of where we are at currently. And it's kind of a projection of where the job has gone and then where we're going. And then after we're completely done, we send them a really nice gift. There's plenty of gifts to choose from in the gifting department, and a really nice card at the end saying thank you for allowing us to work on your project. And it's just a benefit to everyone involved.
Wow, that's great. You know, last week we had a guest, Linda Walters was in the mortgage business. She shared the same concept of thanking through the process. And I think a lot of people don't realize how powerful that is. You know, people think, well, if I'm going to send a thank you card, I'll send it when the business is done or when I get the business. But it's through the process, I think, that really makes a huge difference. By the way, everybody who's listening, less than 3% of people in the business world today send a thank you card, yet a thank you card is the most impactful marketing touch. By far, they've done studies, by far the most impactful marketing touch you can send to a prospect or to a client to get referral business is a thank you card. Less than 3% of people do it. And those who do it, obviously, you see the results. So, Paul, we really appreciate you being on the call today. Any final words of wisdom for our guests today? Go ahead.
Well, we love the system. We love what we do. It's a direct result. Tara and I, the last 6 years, this is a true testament of a comeback story. And this system is the only system we use for marketing. I always tell people, I feel that send out cards and doing this type of system is the 9th wonder of the world. The 8th wonder of the world is compounding interest. And those two go together, because not only is it good for your business and good for what you do, but it puts out a lot of happiness, gratitude, and appreciation in the world. And when you're doing that, it's the direct result of that is business. That's not what we're totally after, is money, but the direct result is business, and that is a fantastic thing.
So basically what you send out in life is what you get back. Paul and Tara Rising are a perfect example of that. I want to thank everybody for being on the show today. And Paul, again, thank you. Your words of wisdom have been incredible. Love your stories. I always love to hear your stories. Now everybody else has a chance to hear them too. You want to get back with whoever brought you to this today, share it with people on Facebook, whatever. You want to get back with the person that shared this with you and find out more about how they too or you too can use this system to better your business and better your life. Take care, everybody.